As the 50th anniversary of the assassination of President John F. Kennedy approaches this week, Richard Stolley, the LA bureau chief for Life magazine at the time of the history-changing event, remembers how he tracked down the amateur film enthusiast who captured the fateful moment. Stolley has relived November 22, 1963 in a new book published by Life called The Day Kennedy Died.
I was quite affected writing, particularly the end of it, where I talk about that the weekend itself was such a blur. When I got back home to Los Angeles, nobody wanted to talk about it because they were grieved out. And so I kind of sat there with all this stuff inside me for a long, long time. And suddenly, putting it down on paper brought that weekend back in a way that I had not experienced then because I was just too busy.
Stolley headed to Dallas in 1963 as he had heard someone had captured the shooting on film. By using the local phone book, he found Abraham Zapruder, a 58-year-old Russian Jewish immigrant and clothing manufacturer who shot the footage on his home camera. Soon after making contact, an intense battle ensued between journalists trying to secure access to the film. Zapruder later told Stolley he sold the footage to Life because he was a gentleman throughout negotiations. He received $150,000 for the 26-second-long film, which contains just 486 silent frames, but the fateful moment comes at frame 313.
Seeing frame 313, the headshot, when the whole top of the president's head goes up in this great plume of brain matter and blood. We knew what happened. We knew that Kennedy had died. We didn't have a clue as to what it looked like. And that Saturday morning, when I saw the Zapruder film for the first time, I was totally unprepared for that.
Life magazine published several frames from the film but left the image of the fatal shot out of the magazine. In the book, for the first time ever, Life published all the frames from the film. In the 50 years after JFK's death, numerous conspiracy theories have been introduced on how the president was killed, perhaps most famously that there was more than one shooter. However, Stolley said he came to his conclusion quickly.
I fairly quickly came to the conclusion, and nothing I've read or heard or seen since then has changed my opinion, is that Lee Harvey Oswald was the single shooter. He was in the 6th floor of the school book depository with his rifle, fired 3 shots. First one missed. Second one went through Kennedy, wounded Governor Connally, and the third, we've talked about it. They had no help before or after. That he was the lone gunman.
Abraham Zapruder gave away the original copy of the film. However, his family still retains the copyright. According to his family, after the 22nd of November 1963, Abraham Zapruder never looked through a camera lens again.